Welcome to Crime Bites. I'm your host, Carrie Drobin, former prosecutor, capital defense attorney, and award-winning true crime author. And today we're diving into a case so cold-blooded, calculated, and filled with deceit it shocks even the most seasoned investigators. A case of betrayal, fraud, and a final act so barbaric that it sent shockwaves across the nation. It's the story of Taylor Parker. 29-year-old woman from Texas built a life on lies. She wove elaborate stories, from inheriting millions in oil and gas royalties to being hunted by the Mexican mafia, all designed to manipulate and control those around her. She convinced her boyfriend, Wade Griffin, that they were building a future together, complete with a dream property, wealth, and most importantly, a baby. But there was one problem. Taylor Parker could not have children. Despite having had a hysterectomy years earlier, Taylor meticulously faked a pregnancy. She staged doctor visits, produced fake ultrasound images, and created forged medical documents. To those who knew her, the lies seemed to be piling up. But Wade, captivated by her charm and deception, remained by her side, unaware of the sinister plan brewing beneath the surface. And as the months passed, Taylor's stories started to unravel. The multi-million-dollar inheritance never arrived. The grand land deals fell apart. The family of her boyfriend, Wade, began questioning her outlandish claims. And then, the biggest red flag of all, Taylor's pregnancy seemed suspicious. Wade's mother, Connie, was vocal about her doubts, even suggesting hiring a private investigator, but Taylor had an answer for everything. With her supposed due date looming in early October, Taylor knew she had to produce a baby, and she had the perfect target in mind, Reagan Hancock. 21-year-old expectant mother. Reagan was a loving wife and devoted to her young daughter, Kinley. She was 8 months pregnant with her second child, a little girl she had already named Braxlyn. Reagan and Taylor had once been friendly, with Taylor even photographing Reagan's wedding. But on the morning of October, Taylor arrived at Reagan's home with a horrifying plan. Taylor brutally attacked Reagan inside her home using a scalpel. She cut Reagan open from hip to hip, ripping the unborn baby from her womb. The sheer brutality of the attack was staggering. Reagan fought desperately for her life, her home becoming a bloody crime scene of unthinkable horror. But Taylor didn't stop, and after taking the baby, she left Reagan for dead and fled. Meanwhile, Reagan's 3-year-old daughter, Kinley, was inside the house. Investigators later found her hiding under a blanket, terrified, having witnessed the horrific murder of her mother. Taylor sped away, umbilical cord still attached to the baby, and soon called 911, claiming she had given birth on the side of the road. When a state trooper pulled her over, he found Taylor hysterical, the baby in distress, and her pants soaked in blood. But something didn't add up. The amount of blood in the car didn't match what would be expected from childbirth. Taylor was rushed to the hospital, where doctors quickly discovered the truth. She had no uterus. She had no signs of recently giving birth, and the most damning evidence of all, the baby was struggling to breathe, having been violently ripped from Reagan's body. Back at Reagan's home, her mother made a horrifying discovery, finding her daughter murdered in a pool of blood. The crime scene was beyond comprehension. Reagan's body bore numerous stab wounds, deep incisions, and her hand showed signs of a fierce struggle. But the worst revelation came when authorities realized the baby was missing. Within hours, police connected the dots. Taylor Parker had stolen Reagan's baby, and the newborn, tragically, did not survive. Taylor Parker was arrested and charged with capital murder. During the trial, evidence of her elaborate scheme and history of deception painted a chilling picture of a woman willing to do anything, even commit a brutal murder, to maintain her lies. After a gripping trial, Taylor Parker was found guilty of capital murder and kidnapping. Her fate now rests in the hands of the jury, who must decide whether she deserves life in prison or the death penalty. What do you think? Reagan Hancock's life was stolen. Her daughter left motherless, and an entire community devastated. Thanks for joining me for this chilling episode of Crime Bites. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow and bring you more. Meanwhile, stay informed, stay vigilant, and as always, stay safe.